Welcome to my channel Adhyan with Flow. So let's start with our next cell organelle. We call it as a vacuole. Yes guys, plant cell as well as animal cell both contain vacuoles, but plant contain large size of vacuole. Why? Because plant need more space, more area for storage their food, their excretory products, their pigments guys. That's why they contain large size of vacuole. In the case of animal cells, they also contain vacuole. Yes guys, they also contain vacuole, they also contain water, they also contain some storage molecules, everything guys. Okay, so what is vacuole? Vacuole is the membrane bound space found in the cytoplasm. This is the cell guys, all over the cytoplasm here. Okay, or now vacuole. Okay guys, it contain water, okay, excretory product, well and good, like some urea and other excretory product, other material that are not useful for cell, unnecessary. The vacuole is bound by a single membrane called tonoplast. Guys, they bound with a membrane, we call it as a tonoplast, because we already say this cell membrane. In plant cells, the vacuole can occupy 90% of the volume of the cell. They cover 90% guys in plant cell. Okay, in plants, the tonoplast facilitate the transport of numbers of ions. They contain numbers of ions and other material against concentration gradient into the vacuole. They export import guys, they export and import the molecules like ions. In amoeba, they have contractile vacuole, means these vacuole have special feature for contractile and relaxation. This is important in osmoregulation and excretion. They are also helpful in capturing the food. Okay, many cells as in protist, they have food vacuole. Guys, I told you guys, vacuole is very, okay, vacuole carry oils, vacuole carry starch, vacuole carry pigment, vacuole carry excretory product, vacuole carry water, vacuole carry anything, contract vacuole also, food vacuole also, and they found in plant cell as well as in animal cell also. Now let's start with our powerhouse of the cell, mitochondria, and this is the size measurement guys. Never ever skip this thing. No, important guys, important. I already told you na, they give you here a list of size and here the name of the particular organ, and they do match the following and choose the correct option. So mitochondria, look at here, this is your mitochondria. Mitochondria are double membrane structure. Okay, they have outer layer, and they have inner layer also. Inner layer is little bit invaginate. Space between outer layer and inner layer, we call it as an intermembrane space. On the inner membrane, some crystals are located. We also say it as a F node F1 particle. What they do? They form ATP. They show ETS, electron transport system. Yes guys, electron transport system. This is the powerhouse of cell. Guys, I here drawing for you. This is the outer layer of mitochondria. This is the inner layer of mitochondria. And space between outer and inner, we call it as a intermembrane space. They rich in fluid. That's why both membrane can't cross. So both membrane can't overlap each other. Here is liquid part also present. We call it as a cytoplasm. They contain crystal F node F1 particle on the inner membrane surface. They also contain their DNA. Yes guys, this is shocking. Also contain the DNA. Like guys, this is the cell. Cell have nucleus, and only nucleus contain DNA. Not every cell organelles, they does not contain. But in the case of mitochondria and chloroplast, they contain their whole DNA. They contain their only ribosome, 70S divided into 50 large unit and 30S small subunit. They contain their whole DNA. So we can call it as a autonomous organ. They doesn't need nucleus for their function. Sometimes little bit they require, but maximum time they make their own function. We call it as a powerhouse of cell. What they do? Mitochondria are site of aerobic respiration. Of course guys, metabolic pathway occur also here. They provide ATP. They contain 70S ribosome. Clear? Now clear or not? Okay, After mitochondria, remember this is important, okay? This is important for your competitive exam, don't forget this. Okay, now let's talk about plastid. Plastid divided into three parts: chloroplast, chromoplast, leucoplast. What is the function of chloroplast? In photosynthesis. What is the function of chromoplast? They contain pigments. What is the function of leucoplast? What they do? They store food. Means function is storage. Clear or not? Plastids are found in all plant cells and euglenoids because they make their own food. These are easily observed under the microscope as they are large. They bear some specific pigments. Chromoplasts contain pigments, thus imparting specific color to the plant. So can they give easily color to the plant? Okay. Plastids divided into three parts according to their pigments. Chloroplasts, they are green in color. Chromoplasts, they contain lots of color. These are colorless. Now let's talk about chloroplast. This is important for your exam. Chloroplast, look at here guys, this is the chloroplast. This is the double membranous structure or not. Look at here, this is the outer membrane, and this is the inner membrane. I'm drawing here for you. Chloroplast, double membrane structure, outer and inner. What they contain? They contain coin like structure. We call it as a what? Thylakoid. We call it as a what? Thylakoid. Thylakoid or not? Yes. This is single structure is thylakoid, and the set of the thylakoid we call it as a grana. Thylakoid contain, guys, thylakoid contain photosystem. On photosystem made up with multiple pigments like chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotenoids, xanthophyll. They made up with pigment, photosynthetic pigments like chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotenoids, xanthophyll. I'm writing here xanthophyll, phycobilin. They are useful in photosynthetic, and the remaining part, this is the remaining, we call it as a stroma. Here dark reaction is occur. And thylakoid, they perform light reaction. In light reaction, what kind of thing is formed? They form ATP and NADPH. In stroma dark reaction, what they do? They perform some cycles, and due to the cycles they produce food. Now this is clear guys. Remember guys, don't forget their diameter, their measurement. Chloroplasts contain chlorophyll, of course, chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotenoids, xanthophyll, phycobilin, and carotenoids pigment, which are responsible for trapping light, essential for photosynthesis. I told you guys, they contain photosystem, and photosystem contain chlorophyll. In the chromoplast, fat soluble carotenoid pigment are like carotene, xanthophyll, and others are present. They give the part of the plant yellow, orange, red color. According to their name, they give their color. Means carotenoids give yellow color, some other pigments give orange color, some other pigments give red in color. They vary in color, they vary in size. What they do? They absorb light and activate and passes their electron to photosystem, and photosystem will activate and produce ATP. When ATP is produced, they pass their ATP into stroma part, and stroma get their ATP and they make food. Leucoplast made up with multiple plasts, like some amyloplast, elioplast. Amyloplast, what they do? Important guys, this is the one word answer. Amyloplast store what? Carbohydrate. Elioplast, what they do? They store oils and some fats. And and alluroplast, they store protein. This is important. Already this question is asked. Okay. Except this, they contain their DNA. Except this, they contain their ribosome, 70S ribosome. It means they also including as an autonomous organ, because they have already their DNA, they have already their protein synthesis machinery. Clear or not? Thylakoid are arranged in the stack like piles, coin like grana. The set of the thylakoid we call it as a grana. Okay, there are flat membranes tubule. Acha, we call it as a stromal lamellae. I'm drawing here. This is the what we say. This is the joining. What we say? We say it as a stromal lamellae. Stroma lamellae. Clear or not? So both sides is connected with stromal lamellae. They have their DNA, and chloroplasts have their what? Ribosome. Clear or not? Chlorophyll pigment are present in thylakoid. I'm drawing here now. They contain chlorophyll pigment because they contain photosystem, and photosystem contain their chlorophyll pigment. Okay, there is ribosome. I already discussed ribosome, guys. That prokaryotic have ribosome. Eukaryotic also have ribosome. Prokaryotic have 70S ribosome. Eukaryotic have 80S ribosome. They break into their large unit or small subunit. They break into 50S large subunit and 30S small subunit. They break into large subunit is 60S and small subunit is 40s. This is the Sidberg coefficient. This is S is the Sidberg coefficient. S is the Sidberg coefficient. S is the Sidberg coefficient. Mitochondria and chloroplast also contain 70s. I have a doubt that this is bacteria or not. The chloroplast and mitochondria, it may be bacteria, but throughout the evolution, plant cell accept chloroplast and animal cell accept mitochondria. Alright guys, so I already, look at here guys, this is the ribosome. If we want to break them, they break into their large subunit and they break into their small subunit. If this is the 70s ribosome, then they break into their 50s and 30s. If this is the 80s ribosome, then they break into their 60s and 40s. What is the cytoskeleton guys? Very important, very important. Cytoskeleton is very, very, very important for motility, for locomotion, for movement guys, very important. Huge, huge importance. But cytoskeleton we will discuss in our next video. So that's all for now. Today we are complete ribosome, chloroplast means plastid, mitochondria and vacuole. That's all for now guys. That's all for now. And thank you guys for watching my video. And please subscribe my channel Adhyan with Flow. And keep revise. Don't forget. Thank you.